everybody, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. We're going to wrap up February today. I know it's not the last day, even though it's a short day of the month, but we're going to wrap up February today so I can get kind of prepared for March tomorrow, work on my online retreat and get some of that stuff going, and then check back here on March and we'll kick off a brand new month with some brand new product. Super exciting. I'm going to walk you through several things, and I do have one last card. I realized the very first set that I had my hands on at Celebration Wise was the owls. In fact, when I opened it, if you follow me, you notice I never ever put a sticker on a set. And I went to use this today. It was the very first set I had, and I opened it to get my stamp out, and I knew I'd used it. And in here is a die that obviously I haven't used since November, and here's my stamps. I never do this. I got it at On Stage back in November from a friend of mine, and then I stuck the die that was new at the time. Obviously, I haven't used it since November. We used it that weekend. I had a team event, and so we used it, and I thought I filmed it. I didn't even have a picture of the card that I made. So I'm going to use it today, and you're going to see it, but I was totally shocked that I had a sticker on my stamp. I just don't, they're not my thing, so I don't put them on. But let's walk through, and I'm going to show you all of the celebration cards that I still have. Sometimes I mail them, and then I'm like, where'd that one go? And I have mailed both of my copies. I try not to do that, but sometimes I forget which ones I've mailed. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to end up with, I'll show you the owl card that we did in November, and then I'm going to make another one. And it's a real cute card, and it has some March product on it as well, so you'll get a little sneak peek, and you'll get to see the owl set. So I'm going to walk you through these. Celebration ends February 28th. It's over. And only Celebration this year. They're not having to like they have in the past. So I will, I'm going to try to be close by my computer tomorrow. Things often run out. The system often slows down. That's why I would like you to place your orders today if you're hanging on to the last minute to wait and decide once you've seen everything for true, or if you want to join my team. If there's any hangups and you wait till the last day and it doesn't go through, then you know how technology can be. So the very best deal, of course, is this one back here where you get to get one of the machines for free, although there's 3 different options. So if you already have a mini machine and you don't want it, then you can also get $175 of product instead for $99. Then you get to take all of my online classes for free. In fact, they're all there. For like the last 3 years, I had to switch Facebook page because, you know, Facebook, they can be funky. So you can get to my old Facebook page. But this is the very best deal. We've had a few new people join our team, so I'll be sending out some emails, and you won't be the only one, which is kind of fun, and we'll do some new stuff together. So this ends. Now with these other 2, this one ends the end of April, so we'll have 2 months left with it soon, and this one also ends the end of April. So both of these don't have a lot of time left, and towards the end of March, like the March 29th, 27th, around that time, we'll get the last chance list for both of those. But I wanted, that's kind of a move up. In the past, it's always been more summerish, very late spring, May, June. So that will surprise some of you when that last chance list for those comes in March. These are my thank you gifts for February, so make sure you use that host code. This is the lower level, and you can get both. Mine accumulate, so even if you've already placed an order once this month, then you go back and you I add them together, and this is the second one, so you can get the opaque adhesive back gems, and you can also get the Saying Thanks kit. It's a super cute kit. So those are my thank you gifts. Then let's look at all of the celebration, most of the celebration things that I have or have made. Some of these I have been given from friends. One friend in particular, she was on a roll. So this is the things I have from Beautifully Happy. It is free with a $100 purchase. So I'm just going to kind of fly through them. I would say 80% of these have a tutorial. This does not. This was my birthday card from my daughter. So she made this with the Beautifully Happy. I didn't pull out. This was my favorite celebration selection, and it is sold out. but I just wanted to pull it in because I know a lot of you did get the Dainty Delight, I think, DSP. It is gone now, but if you did get it and you want ideas, I do have several on my channel because I had a bunch of samples. So this was by far the most that those of you who purchased from me picked. This would be second, which is the Thanks a Bunch stamp set. Then these were part of the add-ons. I don't have them in any kind of order here. I just pulled them. This is paper that is in the mini catalog, but they added it on. So it's the, I think it's called something about the journey. And then this is the Barnyard paper. I love the Barnyard paper. It will make some really cute kids cards. This one, some ribbon on it. That's one of the latest tutorials I posted. This was my VIP project. When you purchase from me, you do get a VIP project the following month with your thank you gifts. All of these cards, every last one of them, because I have a ton of thank yous I need to send out. This is where I get my thank yous. I create all these projects for tutorials, and then they go out as thank you gifts the next month. So if you purchased from me this month, one of these will be in your thank yous. So the bunny punch is sold out. Then these are the paper, the $100 stack of 48 sheets of paper. It's by far the best value as far as paper. And then this is also an add-on, the stencil that they added on. And this is the same paper. Now here's where my friend Tanya really came through for me. She has a ton of the Fancy Flowers paper samples. Look how pretty this is. She used a whole sheet of paper for the card base for that. So there's no tutorial for that because I didn't make it. And then she did the same on this where she used a bunch of the paper. And I don't think she has, I'll check if she has. If you want to see if she has tutorials for those, you can ask. This is mine, so I do have this one because that's my card. This is also mine, but I'm pretty sure this was Try It class, so there's not a tutorial for that one. It's a gift card holder. And then these are also add-ons. They added the bird punch. They added that tag punch, and since they've added it, I have punched tons of tags there. You can use them to make tags, but it's also just a great little focal point. But they did add the bird punch, and it's super cute. So those are all of that. Again, you have till the 28th, and I don't know, I didn't look this morning. It's hard for us to tell if stuff is on low inventory for celebration stuff because they don't often tell us that. So this one then is the Scenic Garden. I think I have 6 or 7 maybe now of these that I am giving away. Anybody who purchased from me $75 or more in product, and that doesn't count shipping, handling, and tax, is going to be entered. So if you did it twice, then you'll go in twice. The Scenic Garden is also free if you purchase any orders over $300. So this is a tutorial and it explains the giveaway as well. So that is, and I watercolored it with the water painters and stamp pads. And then this is also the same technique, but this one is a free with $50 purchase. And so that is another free with 50. This one I used the embossing paste and the gilded leaf because this is my upcoming online mini retreat. We will make 6 cards for that. The deadline is also tomorrow, the 28th. So if you want to sign up for that, there's 4 different ways to participate. Information is on my website, all online. It's video based, so you don't have to like be at a Facebook time or show your face on a Zoom. It's just online video based. We will make 6 projects. You can have the stamp sets that I use, or you can substitute for something similar. We will work on your coloring techniques, and you can ask me questions, and then we will use embossing paste on all of the cards. So I am going to be, here's the tag punch. I'm going to be using the Silly Goose. I'm going to be using the Taco Fiesta. She has embossing paste on her there. This is the background. And then I'm also going to be using Best Day. So those are the 3 sets I'm going to use. If you purchase all of them in the deluxe package of the online retreat, you're going to get a bunch of free stuff as well. And then here's my little owl, the adorable owls that I never used, apparently. All of Celebration. I felt I did because this is the card that we made at my team event. which has seen better days. There wasn't even 2 of it because I never videoed it. So somebody will get this one. But it's a cute little set, super easy to color in. And I'm going to use it. This is the Irresistibly Happy. This is a new suite of products that will come out on March 1st, along with some other online exclusives. So make sure you check my website. If you're on my email list, then I'll explain all of the online exclusives, and I'll have a tutorial. It will probably be, I'll order this stuff on the 1st. I'll probably have it the 2nd or 3rd to kind of give you an unboxing of everything that is available from that. And then if you're in Card Club, I'm 90% sure, unless something else is shown to us, I really want to make Card Club, and I really want to use this. I'm just hesitant because I'm like, what if they show something and it's even more fabulous than this? So I hate to say that this will be Card Club without knowing. So if you go check out this video, which is already posted, then you can learn more about it. So you might not look at this paper and think, oh, adorable owl. But here's the deal. I wanted to show you this, and I wanted to use the adorable owl. So you can make almost anything work together if you want to. So I'm going to use this piece here. Super fun. I love the colors. It has some colors that are coming back, which leads us to believe every 3 to 5 years, Stampin' Up! Does a color refresh to kind of bring our colors up to date. And it's been 5 since our last color refresh. So stay tuned, because when the new catalog comes out, and we are supposed to get more information on the color refresh on March 1st. So we're eagerly awaiting that. Look how pretty these gems are. Super pretty. It's the gems alone could make me do that for Card Club. So I pulled this piece out. I want to use it for my background piece because it just makes our little owl, our adorable owl, look fancy. So you want to cut it to cover your card front. So we're going to do 5 1/4 by 4, which is standard card size. This is going to make my things go the opposite way than they did on the other one. It doesn't matter. They can go either way. And then you have this piece here. So we're going to be able to layer this on here to kind of break it up. So it's the one piece of paper, and it gives you this little piece here. You can see I buy these off of Amazon, and then you're able to you can see I had scraps in there. That way you can keep all of a pack together and use them later for scraps, because all of your designer series paper from one design is kept together. Otherwise, those little pieces, if you're like me and you have much designer series paper, and I have a lot, like it can be enough that it would make you want to stop the hobby because at some point you feel like you're drowning in paper. And then this is, I have used this a couple of times recently. If you are in Card Club, and we had bonus projects this time, this is all of the leftover scraps. I have so much of this little dot pieces. It is in the current mini catalog. It's printed vellum, but they got it on their bonus milkshake projects. So I had tons of this. So I just cut this to 5 1/2, and it's probably by 2. Here's just a scrap piece of white. Let's grab our owl. I had all these cards on the table. Where did I put the actual stamp I need? Here she is. I'm going to stamp her in black. And if you do the retreat and you have coloring questions, I'm going to start designing the cards this week. And if you've already signed up and you have coloring questions, we are going to use blends, we're going to use ink, and we're going to use watercolor pencils. So if you have a question, ask now, and then I'll try to work it in. And if you you can use blends on all of your cards. You can use watercolor pencils on all of your cards, or you can mix it up like I will. Because when you color, you can make anything work. So we have this. I'm going to go ahead and let that set a second. It is raining hard here. I know for a lot of you in the US, it is snowing. So I'm not going to complain about our 60 degrees and rain, but it's very gray outside and it's very humid. So I'm going to let that memento sit just a second. Otherwise, it can smear. And we'll just go ahead and stick this together and have it ready. And then I'll give my owl just a second to have her ink dry. We'll stick this together, and I'm going to show you a little adhesive tip. Oh, see? Hang on, let me fast forward this out. I saw the red coming. I didn't know it was right there. Let me refill this. Now we've had plenty of time for my little owl girl to dry. Now I'm going to add this strip of paper. And And this is cut obviously the exact same because it's the exact same piece of paper. And then I'm gonna do this. I did 5.5, so it would go the whole edge of the card. Now you can see my adhesive right here. So I'm gonna take my adhesive here, and it's just wherever your adhesive hits, that's where you're gonna do this again. And then I have this beautiful ribbon that I think we've all kind of forgotten about because nobody's ordered it for a long time. It's the faux velvet trim, and it is in pale papaya. It's in the annual catalog, and it's not, oh, here's a little dirty piece. I'm not gonna put that on there. Let's just trim that off. But velvet can be for spring. And I'm just gonna put it on here, and it looks really good with this paper. And now it's covered up where I put the adhesive on there, and so everything is stuck with the vellum. Just trim that off, and now she's ready. Let's take this. This is a real quick color job. So I just pulled out colors that kind of matched, except for her eyes. I didn't think any of these, I didn't want her to have yellow eyes. So I didn't want my little my adorable owl to be jaundiced. So I just got my pool party, and I'm just gonna give her a tiny bit of blue right there. And then I'll tell you the colors. Light saffron. I don't want you to think that she takes a long time. Just a tiny bit of light saffron. Then I have my dark papaya, which is going to be her beak. And I just kind of want to add some color. I'm not coloring her. There's a difference between, oh, I guess I do want to add some. This is the dark again. But I'm not really going to do any highlighting. I'm just giving her the cartoon kind of coloring job. So then the light papaya. Let's do inside her ears. I don't know if owls have inside ear colors, but cartoon ones can. And then let's do her feet. And then I have petal pink, and it's the dark. Get the other stripe of our little birthday hat. I opted not to put words on the front of this because there were not words that I didn't want to, like there's no birthday words in this set, so I thought you could put them on the inside. And then I have the ivory. Didn't know whether to go for browns or grays, so I went browns because I thought they looked nice with the oranges. Just kind of wisp around. And see, this is where, it's a little there. Nope, still there. This is where if you're using such light colors and your ink isn't 100% dry, sometimes it can smear it. And then I have my light crumb cake. So the first time I'm going to use my brush tip with the light crumb cake and kind of give a base of color with this brush tip. And I did it to her body, like with the wings and up here on this part. And then I'm going to switch to the bullet tip and do color on color shading. Because as you layer blends colors, they get darker, and you don't have to have two. Like I didn't want any of the dark, but I just wanted a little bit darker in the highlights. And then I'm just gonna take, I don't want it to be dark, I want it to stay this lighter color, but I don't want those lines of the ivory, so I'm just gonna take my bullet tip of my color lifter and smooth out those lines where they're hitting into the white. Super easy to do. You don't want to add too much color lifter because, again, if my ink's not all the way dry, it can bleed. There we go. And then there's no dies for this. It's just a free with $50 purchase set. So I anticipate having, if you're going to do the online retreat, I want it out by around the 10th of the month, which is also when I mail my thank you gifts out. I'm going to try to get my thank you gifts out a couple of days sooner. It always depends on when you all order, and then I use the host code to get your gifts. So I'll order those on the 1st, and then it depends on when they all get here. So I can have the stuff ready and then just package it up. But it's the packaging up and then printing all the labels and taking it to the post office. That's a day of work. So I'm going to try to design all of the class projects. And I love to color, and I love working with the embossing paste. So I'm really looking forward to creating these projects. And the sets are just so cute. So I'm going to get working on designing them and then order all the stuff tomorrow night, because you do get some celebration goodies if you are getting a mailed class, and everybody gets a thing of embossing paste if you get any of the mailed packets, and the thing of the palette knives. There, isn't she adorable? But the best part's still to come. Now, anytime you put something on fatter ribbon, see how she's kind of falling? So I'm gonna move her up, and then I'm just gonna add dimensionals to the top part of her. Those up here, and then I'm just gonna balance the bottom of her. You can add a little bit of adhesive if you want. If you're giving it to a child and you think that, you know, she might need a little stability, but pretty much she's not gonna go anywhere. And now it's an even amount. I'm gonna take my liquid fine tip glue, and I'm gonna add 7 dots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is going to add the princess beautiful part to her. Then if you're in Card Club and we do these embellishments, or if you buy these on March 1st as part of the online exclusives, you really do, because I couldn't find mine. And I thought, well, I'll just make the card, then I'll find it before I film. So I thought I would pick these up and lay them down. It didn't go well. The first one landed upside down in the glue, and then it looks kind of gross. But take your pick tool, and then the putty is an add-on. They're very inexpensive, and you just screw the tip on, because then you can just pick these up and lay them in the glue, and it makes all the difference in the world, as opposed to trying to pick these guys up out of here. And I'm going to add 7. 5 was not quite enough. If it was a wedding card or something, I might do, or, you know, if it's to your very favorite granddaughter, you might do 11, because they're just beautiful. I didn't do any of the blue, because we didn't really need the blue on this card. You could, if you want to color, if you'd use one of the blue pieces of paper, obviously, but I kept it with the pinks and the oranges. And look, doesn't this just make this card? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sometimes when I do 7 dots of glue, I have to go back and find them. There we go. So long, Celebration 2023. So here it is with the lines going this way. I think I prefer it this way, but I was talking to you all and not thinking about which direction I was cutting the paper. It doesn't matter. They can go either way. But don't sleep on this ribbon. It's really pretty. The other thing that people have not noticed, because they've gotten it in order, if you get the frayed ribbon, it's an add-on. It's this ribbon here, and it's one of my favorites. It was one of my favorites before it was Celebration, and I've used it a ton. If you get this, it's a Celebration add-on. It's 2 spools. So when you get 2 spools in your order, don't be like, oh, they accidentally sent me 2. If you choose it for your Celebration choice, it is 2 spools. So there you go. If you have any questions, remember, I would love for you to join my team. Get all my online classes for free. We have a great Facebook page. There's no pressure at all. At least 80% of the people on my team do it just for the discount. So don't feel like if you do it just for the discount that there's anything wrong with that, because you'll just fit right along in with a lot of us. We just have a good time sharing cards. That's what we do. So have a great one. Bye.